Hi, welcome back to the farm. Today we're working on this 2008 Dodge Dakota 4x4 crew cab. And what we're going to do, we're going to change the wheel hub in the front here. Now, the reason we're changing it there, we put new tires on it, and there's a lot of movement in here. Just by hand. So it needs to be changed or else it'll wear out this tire again. Our new tire. The strange thing about this is a two-wheel ABS. Is what they call it. They have two-wheel and four-wheel. The two-wheel ABS, the driver's side has the sensor in it, and then you have a sensor in the rear end for the rear wheels. This side doesn't have a ABS sensor on it. So we'll take the wheel, the caliper, and the caliper bracket, the rotor, then there's a nut in the center for the front axle, and then 3 bolts to hold the hub on. So let's get this tire off. And now with the wheel off, you can take the 2 bolts out that hold the caliper in. One down here, one up here. Those are 13 millimeters. Now with the bolts loose on the caliper, you can use a C-clamp to squeeze it a little bit, give you some space so you can pull the caliper off. Then we got to take this bracket off, and that has 2 bolts, one here, one there. They're 21 millimeter. I think we can leave the shoes right in the bracket and just pull the whole bracket and shoes right on. And now with the bracket removed with the brake pads, we're able to take the rotor off. And then now we can get to the big nut that holds the axle shaft in. Then we can take out the 3 bolts that hold the hub on. And that axle nut, that's an 1 3/8. We'll use a impact on it. And now with the nut off, I'm going to get those 3 bolts out. Those are 21 millimeters also. You got to get way in on the back side, so they need to be either a deep well socket or with a little short extension and breaker bar. Now with the bolts removed, you should just take a few taps of a little mini sledgehammer, and it should come right off there. Now we finally got the hub broke loose out of here. You see it was pretty rusted inside of the hole on the knuckle here. And we tried hammering it with a sledgehammer. We tried heating it up and hitting it, and it still wouldn't come. So what we had to do in between here and the steering knuckle, we put a short 10-ton piston, quarter power piston, and a little piece of steel, about 1 inch thick. Just pushed it right out. So when we put it back in, we'll clean up that center hole, and we'll probably put some anti-seize around the where it goes in, so that doesn't happen again in case we ever need to change it again. So now we'll take this out and get it all cleaned up. And now we have the hub back in. You want to make sure you put the dust shield back in behind the hub, because that's like a shim behind it. So now we got to torque the 3 bolts to 120 foot-pounds, and then we put the nut back on, torque that to 185 foot-pounds. And now we have the bracket for the caliper back on, and those 2 bolts that hold it on are for 130 foot-pounds torque to. And then these ones here that hold the caliper, just about 30 foot-pounds, 35 foot-pounds. Just nice and really snug by hand, should do it. Then we'll grease everything up and put the wheel back on. And now with the wheel back on, we're good to go again. It was a little bit of work, but in the end it's well worth it. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. And I'll see you in the next video.